Hi everyone, this is Kiwiji, and as you guys know, I am a traveling convention artist. I spent the majority of my time in uni and also out of uni traveling to the UK, staying in Malaysia doing conventions, traveling to Singapore, Jakarta, and Australia to do a variety of conventions from the years 2016 to 2019. And obviously, 2020 is a much different year. And it's very different for a lot of reasons because the world is on fire, we cannot travel anywhere, and most of us are stuck at home. So, quite a lot of convention friends that I know have moved to Twitch to try and build their business to a degree that they don't need constant convention income to sustain themselves. And let's be real, speaking from my perspective, I find it incredibly expensive to travel to the UK every single year to do conventions, and the prospect of being able to do that same amount of income within my own house is incredibly, it sounds like a good idea, I'm not gonna lie. So honestly, I've been spending a couple months toying in and out of Twitch. I started doing regular streaming I started doing off and on streams on in March 2019 this year, and I reached affiliate on Twitch in April, which is where you reach the minimum, like the not minimum but just like the little step forward that allows you to make money on Twitch with subscriptions, bits, all sorts of things. And so I have been toying with the idea of Twitch, and I'm really enjoying it, and I just wanted to sit down and share some of my experiences and tips with you guys because I genuinely think the idea of just building your brand from home is great, and for lots of people, they're great on Instagram and social media and Twitter and even YouTube. You know, there are so many YouTubers that exploded, especially this year because we're all stuck at home, we're all stuck in quarantine. So I hope this helps. So this is specifically Twitch for artists. I don't really watch a lot of game tutorials. Sorry, no, I don't watch a lot of game streams on Twitch, and quite frankly, I've seen quite a lot of Twitch tutorials, and I haven't seen a lot of them for artists. So, I'm not an expert. I never said I was an expert in any of those things, but I just wanted to sit down and share some of my thoughts and maybe some tips, and maybe inspire you guys to try twitching on your own. The reason why I enjoy spending time on Twitch is because I feel like I'm in a convention all the time in the comfort of my own home. I have the luxury of showcasing my art while drawing, and but also having the ability to be a little goofy in front of an audience and chatting to people who come on by, and people who lurk, or people who stop by, or people who are regular chatters and just enjoy hanging out with you. And I think there's quite a lot of similarities to doing conventions and doing Twitch. You know, you have to still put on that same persona when you're on Twitch as well. Or at least it is for me, that I have to put on a very energetic kind of show. And you know what, people come to Twitch to be entertained, people come to Twitch to relax and hang out with cool peeps, and that's kind of what we do at conventions without the sweating and the cosplays and stuff like that, although you can cosplay on camera if you want to. So yeah, so to me, I really enjoy doing Twitch because it gives me that ability to chat with people who enjoy my art, and people who want to support me, and that's one of the best things about going to conventions, is meeting those people. But for me, one of the pros of being on Twitch is that I have been able to meet so many other people who can't go to conventions in the UK, Jakarta, Singapore, or Australia. And let's be real, Australia, I only did first Melbourne, which is just one con. And Australia is a huge place. Australia is a goddamn huge place. So I've missed a lot of people in Australia. Twitch has given me the ability to talk and get to know people from all over the world, not just constricting to the countries that I have visited during my conventions. And I think that's really, really lovely, because me personally, I've been able to meet so many people who say that they watch my videos and haven't been able to come to the conventions I visit. And it's just opened my eyes and my heart to all these wonderful, wonderful beings who support my videos. So thank you so much. So let's move on to the tips. I basically just talked about the pros, about trying Twitch yourself. It's another platform that you can use. So if you're not good at Instagram, or you're not good at the Twitter and all those things like that, Twitch is another way for you to expand yourself, because I have seen many successful Twitch artists be on Twitch but have incredibly small numbers on their Instagram. Maybe not Twitter, because Twitter and Twitch are like intertwined, but that's like another story, because like people worry about the numbers on Instagram, especially now with I haven't been on Tumblr in like 100 years, and I think Tumblr is pretty much on fire, but like I'm just using Instagram as an example, that you don't have to have a huge audience on Instagram to be successful on Twitch. Just the idea that Twitch is another piece of social media that you could be utilizing to improve your brand and your art, as in to show your art to a bunch of new people that you've never thought of showing before. And I think that's an incredibly useful thing that you could try. And it's just, when you think about it very, very closely, or just overthink it like the way I do, conventions and Twitch are quite similar, not just in the community base, but also in the art base. The overlays that you have on Twitch is pretty much the same as having a table at a convention. You gotta show your aesthetic, you gotta show what you like, you gotta show what you're into, and obviously what you're drawing on screen would be something that you're into. Shout out to the lovely Faye Cakes, a lovely Twitch streamer that I have met recently who enjoys drawing BL. So you could probably imagine her at a convention having loads and loads of BL on the table, but it's pretty much the same on Twitch. You step into her Twitch stream and it's full of her colorful aesthetic, the colors that she loves the most, red and black, and BL on the screen. So immediately, just like that, just like walking past a table at a convention, you see the aesthetic that the artist is pushing forward, the things that they like the most, and then also their art, showcasing their art on screen, the things that they like, the things that they enjoy drawing. How is that any different from going to a convention and putting your stuff on a table? And if you're the sort of person who used to be like me and mostly focus on fan art, I've now started moving on to original art ever since I became full-time. There are so many people on Twitch who draw fan art, and that's perfectly okay. It's still you, it's still your brand, it's still your art, and it's still your aesthetic. That's still the same as any convention table in any convention circuit, whatever. It's still your aesthetic, your art, and your brand on screen. And I got a little bit overexcited with that. But what I basically mean is that use your artistic skills to your advantage when you're doing your overlays. And that doesn't mean that you have to have a great overlay immediately when you start. I can show you on screen right now, if I bother to edit this, all the majority of overlays I used to have when I started on Twitch. And I circled through a lot. And at one point, I circled through nearly 5 overlays in less than 1 month. I did constant changes and I was never fully okay with it. And it's almost just like perfecting a table setup, guys. It's just like finding what's right for you. And now after, I don't know, maybe this is the 10th overlay change that I've made, and I'm still not 100% happy with it. I'm like 99% happy with it. Like, I've kind of reached the sort of aesthetic that I like, and I'm very proud to have on screen. So yeah, it takes time. And don't worry about not getting it right straight away. Don't worry about it not being fancy. Just whatever makes you comfortable, whatever makes you smile and proud and be proud of it, because it's your aesthetic, it's your brand. It's completely up to you what you want to have on screen. As long as you're happy with it, people will come. There are many Twitch artists that don't even care about having an aesthetic and just want to have a good time. And to me, that is the very kind of essence of having fun at a convention, is just being yourself. There are so many Twitch streams that I have walked into, and it is nothing but memes. It is literally nothing but memes. You are in control. If you want to put as many Pepes as you want on screen, go ahead, put 1,000,000 Pepes. Over time, people who love Pepes and love your art will come and eventually watch your streams. So that's the next point I wanted to do. The first one is working on your overlays and panels. Panels is a very like, I wouldn't say small. It is part of the whole image on Twitch. It's people come in, look at your stream, your overlays, and then scroll down and look at your panels, and so on and so forth. I circled through many panel arts as well until I found one that I quite enjoyed. All of this is I personally think it's an important point to remember, but it's not the most important thing on Twitch. It is nice to have the really clean or like aesthetically pleasing overlays and panels, but again, it doesn't guarantee you success. But I'm just saying that that I personally think that once I have a good overlay and panels and everything, I can feel like, okay, I'm ready. The table is ready. I'm ready for the doors to open and people to just come running in. So the first point is overlays and panels and how you can use that to your advantage. Use your artistic skills to your advantage. Have a little dancing chibi in the corner. You know, it's you have the power. You have the skills. We are all talented artists, and we can work together. You can even collab with friends. Friends can help you create animations that you couldn't, and you know, we should all work together. We should all work together and help each other. So that's point number 1. Point number 2 is branding. And the thing that I wanted to touch on is I've had several uncomfortable conversations with people on Twitch when I say several, I really just mean one. But it really, really annoyed me. There was this one person that came into... There was a lovely beginner artist that came into my stream to ask me if I had any tips for starting a Twitch channel. And I got cut off by someone in the chat by saying that branding is the most important thing, your brand. While I agree to some degree that, oh hey, that rhymes. While I agree to some degree that branding is important, it's only to a degree. You could have the best of everything. You could have the best overlays, the best screens, the best VTuber model. Yes, we will touch on VTubers a little bit in this video. You can have the best of everything. But if your personality, and that's the thing that's different to a convention, depends on the kind of convention artist that you are. Yeah, it does depend on the kind of convention artist that you are. Having a great personality works. When I say having a great personality, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be completely out there. You have to be completely extroverted and telling the right jokes and telling the right everything, because a great personality can literally mean anything. Anything. It could be that I've seen so many streamers that have a very chill atmosphere because they're quiet in real life. And so what they want to do is create a chill atmosphere for people to come down. Just imagine you walk into a space and the whole thing is just, you've got like some chill jazz in the area, everyone's sipping coffee, having tea, having a drink, piece of cake, watching art on the screen. Some people have that vibe and a personality like that, and some people love that. What I mean by having a great personality is just that aspect of you that you could show forward. So obviously my streams are quite hyper. Well, they're only sometimes hyper, but they have a certain bit of energy to them because I'm an energetic person. And some people might not like that, but some people do. And that's the thing about Twitch, is that eventually you build a community that loves you for you. And so that comment about branding really, really irked me, because you could have the best equipment for everything, but if you are an ass and all you do is, like, say, complain about how low your views are, or complain about why isn't anyone paying attention to me? Let's be real. Who would want to watch someone like that? Who would want to watch someone complain for 3 hours straight? You don't have to be the most hyper person out there, but you do have to be a nice person. You have to be a nice person. You have to, and honestly, I believe that all you lovely, lovely beings out there are really lovely people. And I think that this is achievable for everyone. It takes time to build an audience. It really, really does. It takes time for people to get to know you and start liking you for who you are, but don't focus on creating this brand for yourself, because when you act like yourself and just put a genuine personality forward, the brand will happen. You are the brand. Your genuine personality will become part of your brand, the essence of your brand. And so, it almost erases the entire first point, that you don't need the best overlays or panels or art on everywhere on Twitch. But it's ironic that what I'm saying almost erases the first point. I still think that the first point is important, and I think the second point is equally as important. You having just being a nice person is important. Having the best brand, like best of everything, the best mic, the best camera, the best VTuber model, the best everything, all of that doesn't really matter unless, all of that doesn't matter if you're a jerk. No one wants to watch a jerk, I guess, unless they're a jerk themselves. But you don't really want to amass an army of jerks. But let's not get into that, because there are armies of jerks out there. Let's not get into that. That's like a whole other thing. So the third point is, they're all important points, guys. I'm sorry. But this is definitely a biggie, because at this point of recording, VTubers have shot through the roof in popularity. People love VTubers. And you know what? I don't blame them. It's incredibly freeing to not care about what you're wearing. Like today, I'm sporting this lovely shirt with owls on it, with a fancy collar, and I've been trying to make my YouTube videos more professional by doing things like this. So I have to care about what I'm wearing, and most people, not me because I hate makeup, most people go even further and dusty up their face to make sure that they are 100% perfect for the camera. And the prospect of VTubers releases you from those tensions. You don't have to worry about what you're wearing because no one can see you. You could literally be naked, don't be naked. No one would ever know. No one could ever see you. You could be in PJs. You could be the most comfortable you've ever been. And not only do you not have to worry about your face, it's also important for people who are camera shy, because not everyone, I get it, not everyone is like me, and not everyone is like my friends who do use cameras on Twitch, but there are some people who are camera shy and love the idea that VTubers can let them express themselves without having to worry about what their face looks and what they're wearing and what everything is doing. And all of that is so genuinely important, because you need to be comfortable. Oh my god, and that goes back to number 2, having a genuine personality. See how this all connects, you guys? Having a genuine personality and being yourself and being true to yourself and having a good time, all of that makes your streams very good. And yeah, for people who are camera shy, VTubers just release you. It releases you from your bonds, and you don't have to worry about those things anymore. And honestly, I've seen a lot of my friends who are camera shy take this opportunity that has been thrust upon them to become VTubers and just release themselves. It's been amazing, honestly. And when I said I was going to talk about VTubers earlier in the video, I didn't mean for it to sound like we're gonna have a problem, we're gonna talk about this thing. There's nothing to really talk about. I personally don't see anything wrong with VTubers. The idea of like shedding off your skin, stepping onto the computer and becoming a beautiful anime girl. Who doesn't want to be a beautiful anime girl? Or a cute anime boy, or hot ikemen. One of those things. You could even unleash yourself and become a rabbit. There is a VTuber that I've met recently, Mascot Bun, who is not even a cute anime girl or anything. It's just a rabbit. And I think that's amazing. That is his inner self. He has chosen to shed his skin and become a rabbit. And I think that's incredibly adorable. The only thing that I will say is that don't let it fool you and think it will guarantee you success. Because it won't. Being a VTuber won't guarantee you success, and do not do that thing where you go into other people's chats and just complain about why they're a VTuber and they're more popular than you. I'm pretty sure none of you would do that. I know that you are all very, very good beings. But the same as the first point and the second point, none of this is guaranteed. Being a VTuber won't guarantee you either, because you could be the most beautiful anime girl in the world and people could hate you. And that's why we have waifu wars. The last point I want to make is it for you? Like, what I mean by that is, don't be afraid to experiment. Experimenting with Twitch and trying to get the right pace is all important. Testing out schedules. Don't look at Twitch and assume that this time is going to be the best time for you. The best time for you is the time where you feel the most comfortable to talk and entertain people for a couple hours, you know? Like, don't worry about time zones and don't worry about all these things. Don't be afraid to experiment with what makes you the most comfortable, because in the end, all of that comes down to you. And definitely don't fall into that trap where you think that you have to stream at this time because loads of people are getting thousands and thousands of views. Your views will come, your time will come, your audience will come when they see you, and they will love you, and they want to get to know you more, and all those things will come naturally. So honestly, don't be afraid to experiment. If you tried webcamming for for several months and you feel like you're just 99% there but not really there yet, there's absolutely no shame at all in just abandoning webcam and just becoming a VTuber or even a PNG tuber or anything of the sort. Honestly, none of those things really matter, like, you know, like having the best of everything until, you know, I mean, what I mean is that you're the most important thing. You are the most important part of becoming a Twitch streamer, taking care of yourself and making sure that you are having the best time possible when you're sitting in front of everything and just talking to the audience. So don't be afraid to change things, move things around. Make sure that whatever you're doing is the best thing for you. If there's anything that you guys would like me to touch on in the whole like Twitch universe thing, let me know. Comment below. What did you like about this video? Let me know. What if you liking all of this and you're liking Blueberry? Let me know. I'm very curious as to everything since I'm trying to do YouTube and Twitch full time. So thank you very much everyone for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.